I was interested in I guess seeing a different side of your practice and also of how your practice could help my own practice on an artistic level. Um, of course, at the beginning, I was not sure if I could call myself an artist yet, if I could be considered an emerging artist. So I felt maybe I was taking a bigger step. Um, but um, but then I trusted the process. I trusted what you said about doing a sort of um, little journey together. And I felt that, okay, if every time we need to take a small step in order to go into the next step, I'm sure that each time, each step is gonna provide us with the tools to reach to the next step. So I was just curious to try and to see what these different steps could give to me and how they could enhance my process. Okay, so yes, so my name is Valeria, and I'm originally from Italy, but now I live in Glasgow, in Scotland. I'm a dancer and I'm a writer. I like combining dance, movement improvisation, and creative writing in my practice. I also work as a fitness instructor as my daily job, and then a couple of other things every now and then. In terms of my dance career and journey, so I started when I was younger, and then I took a break, and then every now and then I would start in again, but I was not really consistent. And I think I found consistency basically when I met Pirita 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago, beginning of 2020, and we started the Groove Back program together. And then since then, I've been part of the of Pirita coaches, and then I started to explore different sides of my practice. I love contemporary dance. Recently, I've been doing more floor work. And then I have a passion, of course, for street styles, for hip hop, for reggaeton. And again, recently I started to do some break dance. So lots of different things. And then I think I would also add that in the past 2 years, I started to make my first work, which is called Listen to the Forest. Is a multidisciplinary piece. I would say it's dance theater, but there's also live music, spoken word, British Sign Language. So it's quite a complex piece about our relationship with trees, with forest. I was in a bit of a critical moment when we started the bridge program in June 2024. I felt a bit stuck, I would say, with my practice because I had recently finished the second stage of development of my work, Listen to the Forest. There were lots of things going on. I was not really sure about how to move next, how to take the work next, but also how to keep my practice alive outside of this project. So I was hoping to find clarity. It's not that I was hoping that Pirita would give me the answers, but still I was hoping to find some tools to make me a bit more confident and a bit more relaxed, I would say, as well. So that was my biggest dream. And then I remember I had many questions about producing, many questions, producing artistic work, I mean, questions about financial security in the arts. And so I was hoping that this program could help me not only on an artistic level, but also on my producing practice. Yeah, I would say that funnily enough, I wasn't sure if my questions were clear enough. So I was like, if I don't have clarity even on the questions that I bring into the program, am I gonna be able to find a solution, a strategy? So yeah, because yeah, it was a big chaos at the time. So I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Am I gonna figure it out? Am I gonna figure it out too late? Am I too optimistic in finding answers in 8 steps, in 8 weeks? So yeah, I think I was a bit skeptic about myself and about my ability to take risks and challenge myself into something new. But then I think I trusted you, and I was like, okay, let's see, and little by little we will manage. There are, I think, more things than what I could actually express already. I think I'm still processing some of the things. But what comes to my mind just now is I think there is something about the creative tasks that you gave us that would stay with me. And in terms of how open they were and how playful they were, and they help me breathe. They help me, yes, just play with my own practice without feeling confined or without feeling, oh, I need to put this in a box already. So I felt I could really be creative and I could inspire myself to make work out of them. And then I found really interesting the producing sides and the planning sides of the steps that you gave us. Even though I'm a bit scared still of that side of planning, of making my own strategy, and but I found it very, 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 very cool, very interesting. And then another step, which I really liked and I remember very well, was the one about the who in terms of who am I, but who are the others? Who are the audience, the participants I am addressing to? I think in many contexts, we don't ask ourselves, who am I and who are those people? And you just keep going. Whereas if I found it very, very interesting, very thought-provoking to have that time to sit down and reflect on myself and on the other people that I want to surround myself by. I would say overall planning, but also having a vision. I really liked all the different exercises where we had to do some visualizations, or where before starting to move or before starting even to write, there is that time for dreaming, for closing your eyes and be like, okay, what would I want to achieve? What's the energy? What's the desire underneath that I want to nourish? So we work with creativity, but we need to nourish that creativity first. So for me, the visualization was really an interesting tool to use, and I will keep using it. I found very surprising to meet other artists who had similar questions, but also who comes from different backgrounds and had different expectations, dreams out of this program. I found it surprising because it's incredible that sometimes I knew Yenna, but I didn't know Josephine, but also with Yenna, I didn't know exactly what she was looking for. I don't know, it's just so nice how sometimes you manage to create that entanglement, that connection, uh, even online, and even just having few minutes every week where you can ask yourself, how have you been doing? How was your week? How did the task go? How reassuring it feels to be in a group, and even if people have yeah, different weeks, of course, from yours, but still knowing that there is somebody else, um, it's surprisingly reassuring and also motivating, I would say. Mm. Valeria has always too many plans. So we'll see. There are different options. I send a few applications for different jobs, which are related, which are like dance jobs. There are also applications that I sent for funding to keep my work going and maybe reach another level, another step. So I think I'm in a moment where I need to see where all of these routes take me. So it's an exciting moment. I definitely feel that now I have possibilities. Whereas a few months ago, I felt that there was only one way I could do this. And the only way I could do this was to work hard as much as I can, not really having too much free time, and it was not sustainable. I was not in a good mindset a few months ago. Whereas just now I feel that there are options. I already put my feet into different options, and now we'll see what happens. I would say join in even if you don't know what's gonna happen. Join in to give yourself a gift, because I think we do this work as artists for others, but we need to start to look after ourselves a bit more. And so this program is an opportunity to ask yourself questions, to also probably you will need to change your perspective, the angles where you look things, and it can be painful. I felt I had lots of resistance at times, but it's worth it. I would not have expected to be in this place just now after 3 months, whereas it's possible. And I think this program is about, yes, it's about a bridge, but it's about finding new possibilities for yourself, for other people, because the moment you found more possibility for yourself, you also have more possibilities to connect with others, no matter if they are your audience, fellow artists, partners, whatever. But yes, give yourself that possibility. I think I would like to ask you which was your highlight out of this experience? What was your biggest takeaway?
I definitely think it is the fact what I hoped from the start. I think there's the kind of two my biggest wishes what I hoped when I put this all together is that I can show that it doesn't matter of what background you have, it doesn't matter what have you been done before or where you are from, but you are all, or we all are with those same questions when we are either starting with this career or when you're kind of shifting your career in a different way. So kind of in a way, in a new way doing things. So yeah, it just showed me again, like all of you in this first group had those similar questions, even know that your goals where you want to go next are different, or even that your background. So that was absolutely my biggest wish to prove, because that's why I really feel that is happening. But I just wanted to prove it again as well. And that is inspiring in a way, because it just shows that you're not alone in this. So you might feel like your challenges or struggles are just yours in this career, but it's just we all are going through the same thing, whatever is the past or whatever is the future where we want to go. And I think that's inspiring, because it gives hope. It gives so much hope to see it, that you're not alone.
Mm.
And the other side is that, of course, as much as I know that all of these tips are and have helped me a lot, because like I said, I have went through my burnout, and I have went through my challenges, which I think if somebody would have taught me this when I was starting, I wouldn't have to go through all of that thing so hard that I had to went through. And that's why I do what I want to do, to share the things that has worked, because I don't think that is talked or taught enough. It's not taught enough in schools. People who are graduating in this profession, it's not taught in there enough. Or also people who are not necessarily don't have even that, haven't been in the school for that career or that pathway, but still these things are not talked enough on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are, but then they're not talked as a package. And to be able to do this work, like we've been saying in the steps, that we need time, we need energy, um, we need people supporting us, we need finances, and it is all of that how you need to work and juggle around to keep it going, so that the work just doesn't start to take from you, but it is both ways. So yeah, my biggest hope was to really see that. I'm hoping that if any of these steps or any of that system that I'm sharing now will just give on giving something new for you guys, and you can be healthier and happier what you're going to do and keep the passion alive. That's what I want to see. And I think we went that way. So I think that is a huge takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
That is possible. It You all have proven me, and even more. I think all of you have done even more what you were thought you would do, but also, yeah, I knew that you guys will do amazingly, but you also have surprised me a lot, how much you have all done just in a short time.
Amazing. Yeah, that's
Mm.
great to hear.